Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Friday. It's almost the weekend. You guys can do this. I am coming at you here right before I go to get Kirsten and pick her up from preschool, because have you ever just really thought and felt like, I wish that there was more focus on children's mindset. I really wish that there was more emphasis on that, and I really wish that we could teach our kids how to have a positive mental attitude and how to, really go out there and make the most out of life and teach them this growth mindset from an early on age. I have felt like this, and I felt like this for a really, really long time. And this is coming from someone who is a mom of two. I have two little kids at home, 5 and 4, and I also was a teacher for 10 years. So I've been in the classroom. I was an elementary school teacher, had my master's degree in special education, and stopped doing that to be a stay-at-home mom with my two kids. So for the past 10 plus years, this has been something that I've noticed when I was in the classroom and just being out and about, that I really wish that we could focus more on the children's mindset, on their growth mindset, teaching this at an early on age, because what we do and what we've been doing is we've been waiting, and we wait until kids are in college or even done with college for them to start working on learning about a growth mindset and teaching them how to persevere and different things like that, and different kinds of traits that really should be instilled and taught from an early on age, even as young as preschool and kindergarten. And I've seen a lot of these new things that I've been doing and working on with my kids. I see them and how they play out and how it affects their lives in the way that they think, the way that they talk to themselves. And I think it would be so helpful if we could all work together to try to do this with our own kids at home every single day. Kids aren't meant to live in this box for their entire life. They're not meant to go to school and then just work and be in this box forever. More and more kids are going on and they're graduating from college and they're getting these jobs, and whether they're in leadership roles or not, more and more of those people are less and less happy, and they're not fulfilled. And it's because they're not meant to be living their life in this box. More and more kids are going on to run their own businesses and be their own boss. And the world is changing. And so we need to teach this growth mindset and how to develop a positive mental attitude to children when they're young, so that they can go on and they can live their best life possible. And they'll be able to take the world on no matter what happens to them, and their mind will be right. It all stems from your mind. And how awesome would that be if we could teach that at an early on age, right? If we could teach this to our children at an early on age versus waiting until the very end of the road, right? We would have such an impact. Imagine how different the future would be for our children, how much better the world would be if we taught this growth mindset to children when they were 5 years old, right? Imagine what would happen. Who knows? Maybe there would be less school shootings down the road. People would go on to really learn what they were capable of. Maybe people wouldn't quit so easily. They'd learn that it's okay to fail and fall on your face, and that it's all teaching moments. But nobody ever taught me this in school, right? And I had parents, luckily, who told me that when you start something, you need to finish it, right? If you start something, you need to finish it. So I think that it would be great, guys, if we could work together to make this happen for our kids, because they are our future. So I want you to think about the age of the kids that you have, and I really want you to think about how you can help them develop this growth mindset slowly over time. Really look at your children and just encourage your children. Encourage them to try hard at something when they're at home, and to not give up, and that it's not okay to quit at something. Right? I'll give you an example. My daughter Kirsten, she's 4 years old. She started dance, and she was doing like a ballet, tap, jazz, acrobatic kind of dance. And she was really, really loving it. But then as the dance lessons went on, she kept saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to stop. I want to do gymnastics. And this is an example of how to help and teach someone develop a growth mindset, is that when you start something and you choose to start something, then you need to finish it. And that's something that my parents taught me, even when I was little. So that's why I've been able to carry on that trait. And I teach that now to my children. And so I will tell her, okay, I understand that you don't want to go to this anymore, and maybe you don't like it. And you don't need to sign up for another class once this class is done. But you chose to sign up for this dance lesson, and we're going to finish it. Right? You chose to sign up for this, you're going to finish it. My son tried to pull the same thing with his soccer. Right? I asked him straight up, what sport would you like to play? He chose soccer. He went to a couple soccer practices. I think it was only one. And he said, I don't want to do soccer. I don't like it. I'm going to just stop. And I said, no, you're not going to stop, because when you choose to do something, you need to finish it. You have a team that is relying on you now. You play games with this team. You have a coach that is relying on you. You committed to this. We paid money for this. And when you start something, you need to finish it. Now, when we finish the soccer season, if you don't want to sign up for another soccer season, then that's fine. We can choose another sport. But you signed up, so you're going to finish it. This is how we need to be teaching our children every single day, right? It's not okay for kids to just be like a little uncomfortable and feel like this is hard and I'll just quit, forget it. Like, that's not okay. But they don't know that because they don't have anybody teaching them that, right? So it starts at home, and it starts with you. And it starts with you actually wanting to help them, because this is going to affect their entire rest of their life. And it's so, so important. So praise your children as much as you can. I know it can get crazy. It can get chaotic. I understand it is insane with a 5 and a 4-year-old right now that I have at home. They can get at each other's throats. Sometimes you feel like, I don't know what the heck am I doing? And they're just going off the deep end. But really, really try hard to be as patient as possible and find that one thing that they are doing well and really make a big deal about it and praise them to boost their self-esteem, to boost their confidence. And look for little areas every day in your life. Like, start right now, today, and look at something that your child is doing when they come home from school, if they're there with you right now. Specifically look for areas where they're getting frustrated. And tell them and encourage them and let them know that it's okay you're frustrated. I know this is a little hard. We're going to keep practicing at this. We're going to get it. Things are going to be hard when you first try them, but the more that you work at it, the more you practice at it, the easier it becomes. And you have to keep saying this every single day. It's kind of like when you're teaching your kids to have good manners. You have to keep reinforcing. Say, what do you say? Excuse me, Mom, can I please have another daily sunshine? Yes, you may. Thank you. You're welcome. I mean, it's a constant reinforcement. You have to keep doing this when you're trying to teach your children to have that growth mindset. So I want you to look at your children today. Look for that one area where you can encourage them to do better and be better, and let them know that it's okay. It's hard. I know you're not getting the ball in the hoop right now for basketball. That's okay. You're not going to get it in the first time. But you can do hard things, just like Amber said. Yes, we can do hard things. In our family, we always say, the kids actually came up with this. They say, we aren't giver-uppers. They came up with that. We are not giver-uppers. And it's true, we're not. And I've been teaching this now to them for the past few years. And how incredible would it be if all of our children were taught this a little bit every single day? So, guys, it's so important that we start doing this now. Look at your children. Try to apply this in some area of their life. It starts with at home, and we can really change this, guys. We can truly, truly change this. And instead of waiting for the entire life to go by when they're in their late 20s, early 30s to start to work on this and realize that, hey, I can actually change my behaviors and I can really achieve anything in life that I want to put my mind to. They've been taught their whole life, as of right now, guys, that they need to go to school, they need to pass the tests, they need to go to college, they're going to graduate with a ton of loans, they're going to be in debt, they're going to get this job, they're not going to be fulfilled, most of them, and they're going to be just waiting for, when's it going to come? When's that next thing going to happen where I actually feel fulfilled? If we can teach this growth mindset from ages 4 and 5, right from the beginning, it would be amazing. So comment below with how you're going to apply this with your children and something that they're doing, or maybe you've already done something. Like I know Amber just commented and said, we can do hard things. Her kids, hear, they say that all the time. They hear her say that all the time. What's something that your children are doing and learning that is helping them develop a growth mindset? Or what's something that you could do to help them develop that growth mindset? I really think this is going to be a game changer, and it should be taught right now. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate all your love and support all the time. You guys are amazing, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye, guys.